Greetings and welcome back to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. You guys know that by now. WearFit 2.0 is the tethering app. You can get it with the QR code when you scan it, or use the link in the show notes of the review of the brand new Rundoing T4. It's a neat, fun, thin thing. Thin as in, you know. And it's supposedly a really bright screen, and bright is right. Rundoing T4, women, men, both pretty much a little over 20 bucks. Might get it even down to 20 bucks with a coupon. We'll have to see. What's it got? It's got a passometer. Yes, that's your step count thing. Sleep tracking, message reminders, basically remote control push messages, all the tethering stuff you get basically connected with your phone. Alarm clocks, heart rate tracker. We also have blood pressure, blood oxygen with this bright little puppy. All these different languages are supported. We've got a good sized battery for about 7 days continuous use, they say, and maybe up to a month in standby, and fully waterproof, IP68 240 by 204 screen. Let's look at it. It comes inside this nice colored box with a white background and a little screen protector over it that we can peel off to reveal the nice shiny front surface screen. It is a very thin thing. It's got a really nice TPU band with lots of holes. Going to fit all kinds of arms, so definitely male or female. Heart rate diode, charging port right there. 10.5 millimeters thick. Really, really nice. In the box itself, we have the charging contraption. It's another one of these, like a compact that women would carry around in their purses, right? And you put that thing in there, and you slap that down there, and there you go. Easy to charge, actually easy to use. So if you're familiar with what we did one of these that had the same kind of a connection. This is a different dock that's self-contained and fully enclosed, so you can't accidentally get it on funny and miss charging it overnight. We've got a manual, and that manual is in Chinese on that side, and yes, English on this side. Take a look at it. Gives you your basic operation information. Not a very long manual. Wow, really tiny writing. Hopefully you guys can zoom in on that. Watch it on your HD TV, right? And a little bit more. But most of this we're going to cover on the watch itself, which, once we charge it up, we'll turn it on and let you take a look at it. Now, with no buttons on either side, there must be a button in the bottom, right? So we're going to press and hold on the front of the watch, and boom, it vibrates and gives us our time, our date, and the opportunity to not do any of the swiping because it's only got one button. Betcha. Right down here at the bottom, tap. That's how we get around. You got your step count page that'll show you, of course, your steps, distance traveled, and calories burned. Here's last night's sleep time if you wear it to bed, and you could because it's really thin. Tap it again. We get into measuring of the heart rate. Really soft diode. Wow, I haven't seen one that soft. And actually, I don't know how many of you guys sleep with these watches, but if you do and you don't wear them really tight on your wrist, which you're not supposed to, and it's got dual bright green diodes, when you move your arm around, it flashes in your eyes. You wonder if a spaceship has landed. But this one's getting a good heart rate. It looks like it's about right in the 70s, I would say, right now, using that tiny little, oh, it's got bright. Oh, look at that. It gets brighter when it senses that you're there. Oh, that's sweet. That means it's really working. Oh, and it goes to 0 if it's not. I like that. Not reading thin air. Now we get to blood pressure reading. Looks like same kind of thing. I'm going to go ahead and run it through so you can see. As we always talk about, blood pressure is a nebulous thing. It's really hard to do with a green diode, and so we advise you to just use this for entertainment purposes. Rely on blood pressure from a calibrated cuff, your doctor's office, that kind of stuff. You can check this one against that one and see if it matches up pretty well or not. And if it's off by a little bit or a lot, and it's in one direction or the other, and it's consistent, that's the big word. then you could probably give an idea of how far one way or the other it's going. And if there's anything to be aware of, you could go and get your heart rate, blood pressure checked. It's still beating, it's still changing, it hasn't settled down and finished, but it's close. It's giving me 122/74, just vibrated and finished. That's its final value, and that's reasonable. Then blood oxygen again, that's same thing, and we don't have to press the screen to activate it, just touch the bottom. Now blood oxygen saturation, I don't know a whole lot about it because I'm not a full-on fitness guy, but I understand that, like, if you get down pretty low in your blood oxygen saturation, you could be needing to take a rest from your workout. You're probably not working at optimal, and the good range is somewhere between 96 and 100. Is that right, guys? I don't know if anybody's ever hit 100. I thought usually about 97, 8, 9 is what I see. Taken a long time to measure this one, but there it is, 99% it says. Probably because I'm circular breathing as I'm talking, right? Getting a lot of oxygen. Whoa, there it all went. 97 and back to 99. So it's taking several readings and showing you what it's doing while it's going along. And then it appears it vibrates. Yep, it just did. And it locks in on its final value. All of these, I would imagine, can be transferred over to the Tethering app. Long press to get into the sport mode. Whoa, there we go. And we have cycling. You see the symbol in there, football, or soccer that was, a different kind of football, and return back again. And this is running. So if I press it, it's going to begin the event. And there we go, timing it. Step count, heart rate, calories burned, and distance traveled. And those are typically what you see on these basic fitness watches. There's no GPS in this, not for 20 bucks. And that reset it. And I think another long press should get us out of it. No, that started it up again. Okay. Sometimes it defies logic. There we go. We got to cycle through all of the options at this level and then hit the button for return. One-button wizards usually rely on just a tap or a long tap, sometimes a double tap. We have a settings section. We go into here, and you've got the find your phone if you're tethered, a music control that will let you control the music, of course, on your phone, messages pushed from your phone, and there's the version number T4 that you'd use for tethering, and a long press on this symbol to shut it down, and of course come back. And did that run us through everything? It did. Now we're back to time. If I long press on here, do we get anywhere? 1, 2, yeah, we do. Good. Okay, there's a different screen display. Press along again, and I've got this one here. Notice the band at the bottom, so it does have a flat tire, but I didn't even notice that until it came to this watch face. So the way it's done its data and its faces, it doesn't give away the fact that there's nothing down at the bottom. That is a quick look at how it operates. And once again, it's available to you from Rundoing. Check the show notes. We'll have a buying link for you. You've been watching Smartwatch Tics. We appreciate your subscription and hanging out with us here, and we'll see you again soon.